Okay, hello. How's it going? Today, today is a new episode of productive, uh, productive procrastination. Well, I can't even speak. I didn't finish my coffee today. I'm sorry. Productive procrastination. What is today's date? It's September 1st. Yeah. Oh, my birthday. My friend's birthday is coming up soon. Uh, Yeah, I gotta remember that. I have it remade my calendar. It's still August. Yeah. So, anyways, so this time I decided to do a podcast with video. So, yeah, it's a video podcast. I don't know what the actual name of it is, but yeah, since I've been doing this Twitch thing, I thought maybe video would be good too. Um, but I'm still gonna publish it in the regular podcast form on BeanPod or Podbean. Sorry, I don't know though where I can publish like video podcasts. I don't know if I can do it on Podbean. Maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make a YouTube account. Yeah, I'll probably make a YouTube account. I'll probably have the same name. So if you want to watch the video later, instead of listening to my just listening, you get to see my face and talk. Um, it'll probably be, you know, what is the name of this? Peter Fran syndrome. Yeah, I'll probably be under that, or productive procrastination. Actually, I'll probably name it that. Anyways, how's everybody? What a fucking sad week, huh? God, like everybody's been posting about it. It's hard for me not to mention about Chadwick Boseman. That's so sad. Now no one knew he had cancer, huh? He hid that from everybody while he was still making those movies. Like, wow. Unfortunately, I only knew him from from being Black Panther. But it's sad for anyone to pass away. Especially like a role model too. He was a lot of there's not a lot of African American, like there's not a lot of black superheroes or in the game. I mean, except for Blade, but he's half vampire. But no, yeah, it's a very sad day, a sad week. This whole year has been fucking sad, hasn't it? Jeez, like we've just been losing a lot of people, like Kobe and everything. It's sad. But I did watch a movie recently because he passed away, and then he has some movies on Netflix. I've been wanting to watch Defy Blood, I think it's called. But I didn't watch that one. There was another one. I saw a trailer for that he was in. It was what was it called? Message from the King. That one was good. That was actually a really good movie. I'm surprised I haven't watched it yet. I recommend watching it. It was a really good movie. He was such a talented actor. Like, you might discredit like certain actors that do superhero movies. I don't, but some people might have like that bias, like, oh, he's just a superhero actor. I don't feel that way, but some people do. But watching him, he was really good. He was really good. It's really sad. Well, like what? Speaking of superheroes, I watched. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new Batman movie? I forgot to mention this last podcast. What's his name? Something Patterson. Fuck, what's his name? Peter? No, it's not Peter Patterson. Peter Patterson. Excuse me. The Twilight guy. Excuse me. Twilight guy. He's playing Batman, and he looked like I knew that. Like I know he was playing Batman, but seeing him, it looks good. I think the trailer, DC is notorious for like making movies look better in trailers. So the trailer really looks good. Um, so I don't know. I'm excited for it. I mean, the Joker turned out to be really good too. I mean, I had no doubt. Joaquin Phoenix, you know. Um, but this one looks really badass. It's kind of like he even has a cowl, like what's his name, Daredevil. But it's very Daredevil-esque, where he's kind of just like this uh, raw aggression, and he's still trying to figure himself out as a superhero. Just like Daredevil, the Marvel TV series on Netflix. I feel like there's some similarities there. It's just that, you know, Batman's rich, so he got the costume right away. I like that Daredevil though. That Daredevil was sick. I liked his I like it better than his actual costume when he just wears like a bandana over his, like, the what's the Iron Fist, or Iron Fist did that or whatever, but he just wears like a sheet over his over his eyes, like a bandana over his eyes. I think that was cool. That was a really good series. And the Punisher too. The season 2 of Daredevil kicked ass because of the fucking Punisher. I liked how there was like this whole mystique about the Punisher. It's like, oh, he's taking out like whole gang armies and mobsters. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, it must be like a whole military did this. No, it's one man. Like, they thought it was like, yeah, they did a good job introducing the Punisher. And dude, was it Johnny Bernthal, whatever. He's a great actor. I if he's in a movie, I'll watch it. He's good at that. I mean, I knew him from Walking Dead. Shane. It's like one of those characters where you just love to hate, you know. A lot of good actors came from Walking Dead, like John Bernthal, and I mean, the guy that played Rick. He's a solid actor. I mean, I first saw him on Love Actually, which was actually one of my favorite movies. Yeah, movies in general. I think that's one of my favorite movies in general. Like, maybe top 5. I know it's like a rom-com, but it was like so different. And then so many other rom-coms try to copy it. You know, when you make a movie and people try to emulate that it's a good fucking movie. It's just sad because it dilutes that whole the original a little bit, because you've seen that, oh yeah, they're just doing that, you know, whatever. But like, when you first watch it, before you watch all the other bullshit ones, it's a great movie. I used to watch that like every Christmas. Love Actually. That's a good Christmas movie. I was having this discussion with my friends, like, oh yeah, what constitutes a Christmas movie? And if like someone said Die Hard, I was like, yeah, it takes place during a Christmas party. And people have argued the fact that it is a Christmas movie. So yeah, sure, that's a Christmas movie. But if that's a Christmas movie, then Batman Returns, you know, the Tim Burton, the second Batman Tim Burton did, that has to be a Christmas movie too. That it the whole thing revolved around Christmas, like tree lighting and everything. So that we have decided that Batman Returns, with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito, and Michael Keaton as Batman, is a Christmas movie, which it should be. I really like the Tim Burton movies. I mean, I grew up. I remember watching the first Batman in theaters. There used to be this big theater back in the day in our neighborhood called the Cornet. And it was in a multiplex. It was like one theater, like one screen, but it was a giant auditorium, one screen, and there'll be like all the big ones, like the Star Wars movies, that Batman. What else was there that was big? Independence Day, like big blockbuster releases. There would be a line around the parking lot and around the block. Those were the days. Anyways, yeah, I remember watching the first one. when I was like, I don't know, I must have been like 4, 3, 4, 3. I forgot. I think it came out in '89, right? '89. Then I was 3 years old. No, maybe it was '90 or '90, maybe even '91. I don't remember. Anyways, I was young. I was like 5, 4 or 5. I'm pretty sure I didn't go to school yet, so it was probably 4. I remember that, and then that wasn't really a movie. Like, it wasn't really a kid movie, even though it was a superhero. It was pretty dark. The theme was very dark. How do we talk? So, oh yeah, I was talking about Bill Patterson. No, what is that guy's name? What is the new Batman's name? The Twilight guy. Patterson. It's not Bill. It starts with a B, right? Robert Patterson. There, fucking. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. I think that will be good. I've said that before, though, because I thought Suicide Squad might be good. And I thought, Jared Leto Joker could turn out to be okay. And there were some things I liked about it, but he just looked like a jackass. Like, he had a tattoo of a smile on his hand, and like the back of his hand, and he would just cover his face and just be this big ass grin. I thought that was cool. I see what they were trying to do, but they executed it poorly. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Suicide Squad, speaking of like DC, I watched what was it, that Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, also this past week. I was not impressed. Like that, I don't know. There was something missing. There was no style to the film, like it's such a shame. Like I like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She does make a good Harley Quinn, but sometimes she tries too hard to be Harley Quinn, and it's just, you can tell that she's trying too hard. Like all her lines as trying to be Harley Quinn just seem forced and not natural, and I don't know. I think only in that movie. I think in Suicide Squad it was better performance, but in that movie I think she felt the weight of Harley Quinn on her shoulders, like the whole movie on her shoulders. So she tried to give it too much, like all she was doing it to please the fans, and it kind of turned out I don't know. It didn't turn out great. And the actual, like, I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't be talking shit because like I've only directed a few things and I don't have a style myself. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I'm not making big blockbuster movies. And this director, I looked her up. I forgot her name. Something Yan. I don't know. There was just no style to it. And the script was okay. So it would have been better. I think it would have been a better movie if fucking Zack Snyder, directed it. I hate to say it. I mean, it just lacked that style. It was just like an easy camera setup, and it was, I don't know, like the actions. Like for actions, you can't just do simple. Like for dramas, definitely do. You want simple, because what makes a good drama is the dialogue, and the composition of the shots, of course. But it is dialogue driven. It's good writing. That's what makes a good drama. And then just like, the composition and the art direction just gives it, adds, it's the flavor of that. But in an action movie, it's, you need the visual, you need that style. Zack Snyder would have been good to direct that. I think it would have been a better, because like the script wasn't bad. It was just like your average film. They did try to tell it in a different way, which I liked. It was very Harley Quinn because she was kind of scattered, the way they told the story, and she was narrating. I mean, sometimes I do like it when there's like when they narrate it a little bit. Sometimes if it's pulled off correctly. This one they kind of pulled it off. Like, I think they used it this time. It didn't drive the story. It just added a layer to it, which it needed, because it needed that narration. Otherwise, it would just be very bland. So they used it. They used it correctly, but it wasn't executed correctly, or like it was too little flavor. Like it needed more salt. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I still watched it. Yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't watch it again. Definitely not. I wouldn't have paid for it. I didn't, by the way. I did. I mean, it was on, what was it now? Like HBO Max or something? I don't know. It's on one of the streaming sites. So that's the only reason why I watched it. But yeah, I wouldn't have gone to it. Yeah, I would definitely not have seen it in a movie theater. Like, yeah, it was like visually there was no style. Which is, I mean, like, and I looked up the director. She didn't have a lot of stuff, so it's weird that she would be given this chance to direct this big blockbuster movie. I don't know how big of a I mean, it was pretty big. As Margot Robbie, she's an A-lister, right? So it was a pretty big blockbuster. Harley Quinn's an iconic character too, so it's like they were banking on the fact that, oh, it's Harley Quinn. People are gonna watch it no matter what. Yeah, a little disappointed in that movie. Not saying I would have done a better job, but I would have taken more risks. Would I? Actually, I don't know if there's like a whole. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. Like, I would try to take. I say I would be more risky, creatively in making that in directing that movie. But I guess, when the big studio is just like, hey, we just need to pump this out. We're just trying to shit this movie out to make money. It's kind of like, all right, whatever. You're trying to please too many people. Anyways, what else is new? I have been doing more of the Twitch game streaming thing. I'm trying to do it a little differently. I'm doing like this horror countdown, right, for Halloween coming up. And I do like 1 hour. I play 1 hour a day. And I try to make it like episodes, so like I'll record myself playing, and then I'm playing Days Gone, by the way, and I'll edit it like a previously on Days Gone episode 1 or whatever. So I'm trying to make it like a TV show. I mean, I'm just doing it for fun because I like editing. I like making content. I wish I could, like, I want to do promo videos. I just want to shoot something. But what the fuck can I shoot, to be honest? I want to shoot my own shit, right? So I have been flirting with the idea. So I've heard about the Blacklist, So if for any of you that don't know about the Blacklist, the Blacklist is like this service. It's like it's a website or whatever. So it's where screenwriters can upload their scripts, and you have to pay. You have to pay per script monthly, actually, which why I was kind of taken back, like, oh, do I want to spend money like that? But it's a platform where like agents, managers, producers, studio executives, they look at that. And they look through skips there, because like it sounds like bullshit, but it's actually a good place to put your stuff in instead of just like if you were a producer and you had like this app or like this website, you can look through different genres, you know. Oh yeah, I'm looking for like, you know, it's more organized. And since you have to pay for it, it's for more serious screenwriters, not just someone like waiting tables. Just, oh, by the way, here's my script. You know, this is like a proper place where that you can do that. And no, yeah, I've been flirting with the idea, but I think I'm actually gonna do it. I need to work on my script too, a little bit more before I put it in. I have to actually ask. I'm not sure if you submit it, because so what you do is how much it costs is it's $30 per month per script. All right, so if I submit one script, $30 per month, right? There's also an additional charge if you want. So my pilot, my TV series is only 30 minutes each episode. So the first episode I would load up, and since it's 30 minutes, it's still $30. But there's an additional service where you pay, I think it's $75 or $50. I think it's $50 for a 30-minute script. You pay that, and you have someone look at your script, review it, and give it a grade. You know, so that's good. It's helpful because it tells you, it gives you a grade on, dialogue, you know, storytelling, and concept of the script. It gives you an overall grade, and it gives you a grade for individual categories, like I said, dialogue and blah blah blah. I'm wondering though, if once you submit that script, you know, you get the feedback, you get the grade, if you can change the script and resubmit it to make it better without any additional costs, you know, or do I have to pay another $30, or can it, you know, I don't know. I want to do it though. I can afford that. I can afford $30 a month and a one-time charge of $75 just to get it out there. I'm not saying the series is going to get picked up, but a lot of people have gotten writing jobs from submitting their work into Blacklist. So it's not just, you know, it's not just to get, you know, your work, your you know, show or movie made. It's also to help you get jobs just writing whatever, you know. So I decided I'm going to do it. A lot of, like, I heard about the Blacklist is from Taika. I don't know him personally, Taika Waititi, but he has mentioned in interviews, and you know, what do you call those when they're upstage and there's like an audience and audience asks questions or whatever. But anyways, Jojo Rabbit he put that on the Blacklist, and it's gotten a lot of good reviews, but a lot of studios didn't want to make it because it was a little controversial, you know. But no, yeah, he ended up getting it made, and it was through the Blacklist. And I figure this is a perfect place to get my name out there, even though I have to pay for it. But it's not much. That's why if I'm gonna pay for it, I need to make the I'm gonna try to make the most solid script ever. I'm gonna submit the one for the series, and then I think in like a few months I'll have a feature-length film that I'll probably, actually it's gonna be more, probably by the end of this year I'll finish. It's gonna be more than a couple months. Oh shit, it's already September. Maybe my birthday I can finish it. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited for it, so I am gonna do that. What else? So I'm very excited. I need to focus a little bit more on writing, but I do like this whole like Twitch and podcast thing because it keeps my creative mind from dying, you know. Like when I was editing, I was like, oh shit, I forgot how this feels, like editing. Yeah I like it a lot. Yeah, I had like a whole list of things, like I wrote down like a list things to do. So I talked about this. So yeah, the video. Oh, okay. So where are we at with time? Oh shit, did I even record on? So I'm doing a video podcast, right? So I'm doing that on OBS, but I'm also, oh yes, it's still recording on Audacity. I use Audacity for just the sound. I mean, I could extract the audio from OBS, but then I feel like that's an extra step that I don't want to do. At least it's already recorded. I could just fucking, yeah. Anyways, it's already what, 25 minutes. Wow, I had a lot to talk about today. So my recommended. This is the last thing on the list. I mentioned everything on here. Yeah. Recommendation. So my recommendation for this week, Cobra Kai. I am so into that show. Jesus Christ, it's so good. Like, season 2 just came out on Netflix. Season 1, so it started out as a YouTube show. If I remember correctly, I'm going off my memory, but my memory's sometimes shitty. I usually have to write things down. But yeah, no, so it was from my recollection, it was a YouTube series. I think it was one of the YouTube's first actual like narrative 30-minute long series that they did. I think, I don't know. I remember when it came out, it was a big deal, but you had to pay for YouTube, Plus or something. And I did, like, I've already subscribed to like other stream. I'm not gonna do that, man. Even though I want to see it, but it came out on Netflix, so Netflix bought the rights, I guess, or there's some kind of deal or whatever. So they have the first season, and they just released the second season on Netflix, and I recommend you watch it. I didn't realize how good this, like, I didn't know it was gonna be this good. It's very addicting. Some of it is kind of there are parts where it's like a little teeny boppery, but it's not. There's only some moments like that. Other moments are like, kind of raw. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's great because, I mean, if you watched, Karate Kid, it's based on those characters, right? So in the film, they start off with characters that you already know, and you already know the decisions they made. You already know a little bit about the characters, right? And the decisions they make in that movie, in that scenario. So you know a little bit about them, but then they develop it so much more because now you get to see those same characters in other situations. I mean, like, they're all grown up now. They're like, what, like 50, 40, 50? I don't know. I want to say like, yeah, or like mid to late 40s. And now, like, they're struggling rent. I mean, they have kids. So, like, it's the same character, but put into a different situation. But since it's just so good. I like it. I like it a lot. They developed those characters very well in the first season. And because they were already developed in the movie, it was an easy transition. It was like faster. So this first season seems kind of fast, but only because you already know the characters. And it gives, and you can see new characters develop. Like, they didn't have to waste time in trying to develop the main characters because they were able to introduce the new characters easier and still have that familiarity because you already know. Sorry. Maybe that's kind of, it sounds douchey what I just said, but I mean I dig everything about it. Yeah, no, watch Cobra Kai. I'm on season 2 right now. I think like episode 3, season 2. I binge watched the whole thing, whole first season yesterday. Oh, so good. Plays with your emotions too, because you're like, fuck. It's about the main guy is what's his name? Johnny Lawrence, something Lawrence, the bad guy, in the Cobra Kai dojo, from the Karate Kid, and he's just like trying to get his life together, And he's like haunted by his past, but it's kind of like, yo, bro, just stop living in the past, man. Move on, you know? But it's such a good series. I definitely recommend watching Cobra Kai. I knew it was on Netflix, and I knew I was gonna watch it eventually, but it wasn't until my friend started watching it, and he's like, "Oh man, watching Cobra Kai, I can't play Call of Duty right now. Watching Cobra Kai." And then like, he would finally hop on. He was like, "Oh, sorry, man, I was finishing an episode of Cobra Kai." I was like, "I gotta watch this, man." I trust his his I've been meaning to watch it, but he kind of pushed me. He recommended it harder. There's a lot of things on my queue on Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, like all of those streaming sites, HBO Max, whatever. Yeah, but him talking about it made me want to watch it. And then just the first episode, I think I watched the first episode before. It was when it was on YouTube. I think that's what they did. They promoted the first episode. And yeah, they're like, "Oh, watch the first episode for free." And then now you have to pay, stream it, whatever. It's a good series. Watch that. All right, I'm going to take off. What time is it? I did this one early. I usually do this podcast either at like 12 or, to be honest, maybe 3 or 4. But I did this one early. I was up early. I haven't been able to sleep. Or like sleep in. I've been waking up at like 4. No, not 4. Maybe like 5:30. But I always try to go back to sleep, but end up waking up at like 6:30, 7. So I've been up since then. It's 11 o'clock right now. I'm gonna do my Twitch stream, the Halloween horror countdown. With Days Gone. Gonna shoot episode 4 right now. I'm having fun with it. Days Gone is actually a really good game. I had just finished playing Last of Us 2. Oh no, Last of Us 2 is a masterpiece. The whole Last of Us 1 and 2, they are masterpieces. All right. This one, the Days Gone is a good game. It kind of reminds me of, like, it's trying to be a little Last of Us, but it also is like the Division / I don't know, Red Dead Redemption, I think. It's like an open world, so it doesn't really focus on one main story. So there's a lot of side missions, which is fun in the long run, but like as part of storytelling, it's the storytelling in fucking Last of Us and Last of Us 2. I kind of want to replay 1 and 2 back to back. Such a good story. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for me. I am going to stop this now. Yeah. All right. Have a good week, and hopefully I'll get this video up somehow. But for sure, I'm gonna upload this on Beanpod or Podbean. I keep forgetting. Yeah, Podbean. All right. Have a good week and have a good weekend.